Let's see what we've got today. A lot of funkiness going on. Seen the crypto market have a pullback last night and this morning. The SPY was trying to push up. It did push up to some higher highs, but really struggling at this area. Let's see if it can continue to hold up. But this little indecision on the SPY may cause problems on a lot of other plays. So we will see. Okay, CLGN, I want nothing to do with that. ALK, slowly getting a little attention. How much volume does this have? It's not showing up on the list. Codex, I still want to keep on watch as it's bullish over the daily chart, but not nothing today. I am down on my VUZI swing at the moment, but I'm not too concerned about it as long as it's above this 860 area. I think it'll be fine. MBOT selling off. Hopefully Hal's not over there still holding the bag. And I'm not trading anything else under the 200. RELI, that one's moving up some. Let's see. Got a trend line here if I can get this damn line. There we go. On the 1 hour chart, we're a little ways off of that trend line at the moment. ISIG getting a little pump up. Okay, India, I don't like that. SOPA getting some attention again, so we'll keep SOPA on watch. LGVN, not really anything there, and I don't care about Express. So let's get into a smaller time frame. Let's move this. And let's see what's going on closer. So ISIG. Kind of going sideways there. Get this nice little uptrend on SOPA. Let me go in a shorter time frame. Oh, I like that. Let me look for an entry here. Nice little uptrend. Rail selling off. MBOT, actually I'm going to take MBOT off for now. Codex still selling off, nothing there. I'm liking SOPA, that's the only thing I'm liking right now. Oh yeah, I'm jumping in here on SOPA, opening up, starting to push up in the last little bit of this candle. It's only got like 10 seconds left. See some action starting to come back in here. Let's see if this thing can rip a couple of dollars here. Beautiful. Riding right up this trend line. As long as this guy can go green this candle, we should be all good. Do have some strong support at 1550. Yeah, and that's exactly where we're getting held up at, right across there at 1550. Or I'm sorry, strong resistance at 50, not support. But you can see it back here on this hour chart. Right along here, it will support at 1550. And a little pullback, as long as it holds this trend line, it's fine. ISG is starting to try to come back up some more. Stay focused on SOPA here, though, for the moment. Take a trend line off. I don't know why I have that trend line on there for. I might actually add to this. If we just, let's see, if we just keep slowly creeping on this trend line for a minute. We got a nasty spread. Grabbing 10 more. See if it can break 1550 here. If it can break 1550, we should see a nice little pop. Come on, let's see them 1550s on the ask. Having a little selling pressure at 1540. Of course, there we have a, well, the spread close and tight in there for a second, but we have a spread on this for the most part. Having a little pullback here. We don't want to pull back too much. Let's see what the 15-minute looks like here. 15-minute looking real good. Just got to break that 1550. That is the only thing holding us back right now. And this thing has been uptrending green on every candle on the 15-minute. There's definitely more buying than selling in it at the moment. It just needs another big buying volume pop like this one where it got like 1.7 million all at once. Excuse me. What's up, Orlando? Good morning, Lightning Rick. How you guys doing over on Share Vision? So real quick, I want to make sure nothing else is going on. ISIG may be getting ready for another move. That's one to keep an eye on right now. If it can break basically 21, Kodak's really selling off. I'm just going to take it off the list for now. Damn, I'm tempted to add to this position. I'm trying to give it a second on this candle, make sure it's not going to give up on us here, although it doesn't look like it. Got 4 minutes on this 15-minute candle to close. We want it to stay green and bullish above the body of this candle. So basically just need to stay above 15. But 15.25 is trying to hold us some support as we see bids continue to stack here on the level 2. Let's see if they can stay in here or not. So what's RELI doing? That's not doing anything. So right now, it looks like it's pretty much SOPA and ISIG as the two possible plays, unless I'm missing something. AERC did just pop up on there, but looking real choppy. Two and a half minutes left. Don't want this, like I said, we don't want this 15-minute candle to come back down to 15. See, 10-day moving average is down at 14.20, but we do not want to crack this trend line. Just want to ride this bad boy on up. Don't you come down here on me now, boy. We got a minute left and it's trying to come back down to that 15 area. I don't like on the 15 this big wick, of course. Oh, we may crack here. If we don't crack, I'm going to try to grab some more at 15, but if we crack, this is going to be over with. Okay, support, buyers coming in there. I like that buy off of that trend line. Looking pretty decent. I'm going to grab 10 more here because we are going to hold up this candle. And let's see, this next candle we're going to want to see really start getting frisky. We'll see it pop over 1550 here on this candle. Or at least a test of it. And we are coming up to it right now. Getting close. Getting some buying. Trying to push it back up there. See if I can do it or not. Nope, we don't want to go that way. Keep pushing up. We need to break over the tops of these two candles. Actually, the tops of these candles are 1540. So we can just break over 1540. That would be a decent enough sign. What's up, Simple Life? Good morning. Yeah, that's where we've been getting knocked down at, is actually 1535, 1540. So there's a lot of resistance between where we're at now and well, maybe not. And we're starting to approach 1550, starting to test it, breaking through it. We're starting to pop. Let's go, baby. Come on. Huge. Oh, there's a 30-cent spread for a second. So we are. It looks like we're going to break through. We're not whole. It does keep coming back down to 1550 very quickly, but okay, we're up to 1575. Let's go. Can we really get going here? Let's see that 16 on this ask. We want to blow. If we're going to have a big breakout, we need to blow right through 16. We don't want to get held up there. A little bit of selling at 1590. Getting through, well, almost got through that. Okay, this is all right. We're good. Even if we don't break 16 here, no big deal. We're still on the uptrend, but I would like to see it have this strong break soon. At least a little move back up to 1660. That'd be nice. Back to that previous high a day. Right, give me just a second, guys. Alright, so we're just still testing that 1550. That nice little wick up to 1590. That's good show of strength. We're not going to break out this candle, obviously, but got a minute left. It's 5 minutes to close. We're keeping that bullish green momentum. We do want to see it close over 1550. So then the next candle would open up above 1550. We could get another little push up to 16. We're really not that far away for a break of 16. That's why I'm wondering, like, how far can this thing go? Because last time this thing started ripping, so that day it went from 10 all the way up to 18. And that day there went from 15 to 22. So this thing can rip dollars fast and hard. That candle getting a little push down. Last 10 seconds here. See, so I'm trying to hold this thing down, but looks, I don't know. Are we going to close over? Okay, we are closing over the body of that candle. So that's a bullish engulfing candle. We should see a nice pop here. Another pop. Or at least a grind up to that 16. Unless this thing just gives up. What's the SPY doing? Oh, SPY just going sideways. Lovely. The ISIG is still going sideways. We are having a little pullback to the trend line on this. Okay, buyer's still buying it off the trend line though. We wanted to see that. And see how that candle kept pushing down. The buyers keep pushing the body of it back up. That is what we want to see anytime we come down to the trend line. Very nice, and we're pushing back over 1550 now. Beautiful. This is the candle I wanted to see. Not that the way it started, that candle was a little sketchy, but now it's looking very nice. Pushing back up green, pushing over the body of the previous candle at 1550. Yeah, very nice. Pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. We're just riding right up this trend line. This is pretty easy trading when you got a nice little trend line and everything's just working out. It's just climbing up it. Let me take a peek, see on this 1 hour chart, see how we're looking there. Oh, on this 1 hour chart, we're just looking like a big green candle there. Given that 1575 area test again. I'll see bids start stacking at 1575 if we're going to break. See nothing yet. It's 1275 on the ask. They're not even getting touched yet because bids are not moving up over 11.7 or 1570. We need to see some bids start to hit 1570 if we're going to break 1575 at all. Here we go, a little pushback down on that 1550. Stop doing that. Stop pushing down. Need to hold 1550 here. Okay. Toronto going to be a green day. Have you already traded? Made some plays? This is the only thing I've got in today so far, and this is the only thing I'm probably gonna get in, just because I don't like anything else. And SOPA has potential. We broke over 1575 for a second there. See if bids keep stacking at 1575. Beautiful. 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 Oh, let's see. We're going to test 16 here. We got stopped at 1590 right there last time. Actually, that's 1595. And this 5-minute candle is fixing to close. Very strong close, especially if it can break over 16 here. And we are testing 16. Back down to 1575. Bid still stacking there. Beautiful. Big buyer just came in at 1590. He got taken out, but that's okay. We're still showing strength. Very nice. Let's set 16 on that ask. Show me that 16 on that ask. Come on now. Let me set 16. So close. Oh, there it is. And we just busted through it. And we're back down. It's all over the place. But we did just get a nice little push through 16, which is a good sign. Now let's see if 16 can start holding the bids here. So we are opening up. And we could have a pullback to the trend line again if it doesn't hold 1575 on this candle. So we need to keep this upward pressure in the 16. See 16 holding has some strong resistance still after that pop through we just had. Now let's see, we're going to start getting bids stacking at 16. There was one. Nope, that's what we need to see is those. So we do have some selling pressure, another rejection at 16. But like I said, as long as we're holding up 1575, we're okay. We are testing 1575 as support right now. Okay. Buyers pushing it right off of 1575 again. Very nice. 16 on the ask again. 16 getting pecked at. Oh, bid's starting to move up over 16. Can they stack at 16? We got 2 there. There we go. Bid's starting to stack. Oh, here we go. We're starting to move. See how we're testing 16 as support now. If we continue to hold above 16 here, new buying is going to come in and we're going to see a nice pop. Now, see, we're barely holding 16. Okay, buyers came back again. There we go. 16 bids, keep stacking. We're still good. Very nice. Oh, we're starting to move. Up to that 1630. Can we get up to that 1650? If we can push for a new high a day, unless we get halted or something, I'm probably just going to lock it all out at the new high a day if we get it, which would be around like 1650, 1660. We got 2 minutes on this candle to close, and you see back to 16 again where bids are trying to still hold it up. Can they hold? Can the 16 bids hold? They keep getting hit. Buyers gonna feel good. Buyers feeling good. They're not worried about that. Let's see. Getting a 15-cent spread at the moment. Minute and a half. On this candle. Yeah, 1523 is my first entry, and then I added a little bit more as we were still consolidating up the trend line. All right, looks like we're having some issues at 1260 or 1665, 1625. Never mind. It's done. All right, we're coming up to this possible new high a day here. This candle's only got 40 seconds to close, looking like it's going to close pretty strong. $20 seconds, as long as it closes like it is. I'd preferably like to see it testing 1650 into this close, which we might. 6 seconds and we just popped right up to 1645. So opening right there. We need to see 16 hold support still. I don't like both charts, the 5 and the 15 minute. We've got this little double top. So we need to see this candle break back over 1640, or if not, it's going to come back down to 16 on this trend line. Or actually maybe like 1575. Come on, get this push over right now. aren't nothing but, what, 30 cents away? 20 cents away. If this can just get buying volume coming in. We need to see that. So we've got increasing buying volume over the last 3 candles. We need to see it come in on this candle. And if we get the nice big buying volume explosion, should be all good. Come on. Little selling at 16.20. Nice. A lot of them got taken out. Now, of course, we've got some people who might have got in down here off the trend line. They didn't lock it out here. They may be locking out again at this area. Scalpers could be playing these bounces off here and locking out. So we are getting a selling pressure. But as long as it's only people locking out some profits a little bit at a time, then this should be just a quick breather. I just don't like how it's flat topping and we're coming back down testing 16 again. SPY still going sideways. ISIG, same thing. So there's really nothing going on but SOPA. Which should mean that all eyes should be on SOPA at this point. But you never know. Like I said, it's the last week of the year. Things can be funky and crazy. Alright, starting to get a little buy-in pressure pushing this body of this candle back up. We got 2 minutes left in this candle. If we get a little last half of this candle pushing up over that 1640 area, we should be looking pretty nice on this next candle. And we actually kind of got a triangle. Kind of draw it right there. Let's just draw it at 1650. Now that we flat topped, got a minute left on this candle. Don't know if it's going to be able to break back up or not. It may just hold where it's at. Nope. Still okay. Back down to that 1575 area. Let's see if buyers continue to push it back over 16 here. Because you can see they dropped it down quick. Some selling pressure there, but buyers immediately came in, pushing it back off. We got 30 seconds on this little candle. See if the bottom of that body pulls back up any at all. "15 seconds. Okay. So that candle, because it went a little bearish, we absolutely have to see this one show some strength and get back over 16. If we crack here, it could be possible we crack here. ISIG starting to curl up a little bit. You basically got Just a big old wedge pattern on it. Alright, Sopa's got to hold 1575 at this point. If it can't hold that, I'm coming back down. See, this 15-minute candle, the one we're flat topped in that hasn't closed yet, still has a lot of time. It has about 8 minutes. Nice. Buyers pushing it up off the trend line. That's what we want to see. It's starting to try to push back over 16. Very nice. Okay. All right. Feeling we're still okay here. Beautiful. Beautiful. Buyers holding it above 16 again. Very strong sign. Now that we kind of have this triangle, it may be about 10-15 minutes where we actually see this break one way or another. Oh, don't come back down. 1575. There we go. Nope. Push green. I don't care if you doji as long as you doji up towards 16. I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it, Justin at Crypto Coin Mining. If you guys haven't yet, Justin for Crypto Coin Mining, one of our network channels, has put out some new content yesterday. Go check that out. Throw your link in the live stream there, Justin, if you would like to. So we get a little selling pressure at 1590. Again. We got less than a minute for this candle to close. Still a lot of indecision, kind of dojiing out. Don't test that 1575. Get off of that area. So, just a few seconds for this 5-minute candle to close, and then we just got 5 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close. But we do not want to see this 15-minute candle drop any lower, because if it does, it's going to come all the way back down to 15. So we're opening right on the trend line. Let's see if we get a little push back up here. Alright, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you stopping by, Justin. We'll holler at you a little bit later. Man, we are really testing here. I don't like how much we're testing. Need to get off of this area, off this 1575. Bids drop below 1575 for a second. Let's see if they come back up. Okay, there's one. We made a crack here. Throwing some pressure down all the way to 1550. Let's see if it can. Flyers push it right back up or not. Yeah, so they are trying to. Yeah, okay, so they did buy it up and push it back over 1575. So just one of those quick little wicks, one of those little get you out wicks. Think you're in there, you got your stop loss all nice and safe, and then it just throws a wick down. It's like, gotcha, bitch. And then, yeah, get stopped out, and then right after you get stopped out, the stock usually rips. Market makers trying to keep you from making money, and dirty market makers, dirty little scoundrels. Now it could crack still, but it's looking pretty good now after going down there and throwing that wick down. We got 2 minutes on this 15-minute candle. Boy, we're right above 1575 again. Still testing that support. Got just about a minute left here. Very important closes on these candles. Want them both to close above 1575. Okay. You see there's sellers at 16. They just all got taken out. Alright, well, we're looking good. If it closes over 16, this thing's good to go. The next 10 minutes, we should see a pop. "15 seconds, and this should be a pretty strong close here. Should get buyers comfortable and wanting to come back in this. Yeah, you can see right there closing. Alright, so right here, this 15-minute candle breaks over the tops of these two and closes and holds. Basically over that 1550 area, then we'll see a nice pop. Still testing 16 as support though. We gotta stop testing 16. We need to be up here testing the resistance, not the support. I am a little concerned with the way that candle actually opened. It opened right below the body of this candle. And so we are seeing a little bit of a pullback. Let me look on the hour chart. Oops. Hard to say. ISIG still going in that triangle, very close to the tip of it. Alright, while we're sitting here consolidating and waiting this out, I'm going to take a quick little couple minute break here. Well, let me make sure 16 is going to hold up. Yeah, support before I go, because I do think we're going to get some action one way or the other. Either some hard action to the downside, because we could drop all the way back to 1511 where the 10-day is at if we crack out of this triangle. Or we're about to get a very nice rip to the upside. One of the two, but we've only got, enough space in this triangle for a few more candles. Testing that 1575 again. Get off at 1575. Don't like that. Really don't like this 15-minute candle, but it may not matter. Really testing this 1575 area. I don't see buyers come back in a second. This thing may crack down. James Armour, I'm trading SOPA. I wouldn't say the volume is gone. We just had 500,000 on that green candle right here. This was 500,000 in volume. This one's almost 500,000. That one right there is the last in the last 25 minutes. We still got volume. It's just the buying volume is not coming in at the moment. Does look like it may try to crack here. Like I said, this is a sneaky play. This very easily could just throw another wick down like it did there and then push right back up into that triangle. We got 20 seconds on this candle to close. And we're still kind of testing 1575 as support. We haven't even cracked it yet, so I'm definitely not going to make any very quick moves when this thing is still holding up. Let's see, this candle's fixing to close. Let's see where this one goes. If this one can push up, we're good. If this one starts dropping and it drops below 1550, the pullback will be happening. We're going to get back above 16. If we get back above 16, I'm going to take that break. We just got to make sure we're going to hold here. Up. You see, starting to get rejected at 16. We do not want 16 to be resistance for very long. It needs to turn back into support. Another rejection at 16, which is also where the uptrend is at. So it's like trying to squish its way back up there, but failing so far. Testing 16 again. Can we get back above it? Come on, get back above it. If it doesn't get back above it here, that's an issue. See, we're testing it like it's strong resistance. It was previously strong resistance, but we've already broke through it for a while. There we go. Okay. All right, I'm going to take a break real quick, guys. I'll be right back. All right. So we're still testing 12.7 or 15.75 as support. It's held up so far though. Buyers ought to start feeling comfortable. But they may be waiting for it to get back over 16 and hold. 10-day is catching up to us, which is a good sign. That trend line is cracked though. Actually, we're also testing 1550. It's not just 1575 that's trying to hold us support. All those wicks have come down right at 1550. Lauren, you've been building Legos all morning. Sicilian, I like that attitude. 2022, take that account to 100K. If you aim for 100K, even if you fall short, you know, maybe you'll land on 50K, 75K, 20K, anything, who knows. But aim, I'm the same way. I like to aim for the sky, and if I don't quite make it to the sky and I fall in a tree, well, that tree's higher up off the ground than I was before. So that's still progress. My price target is the high. I'm looking forward to make a high a day, a new high. So like around 1660. Well, what price target you got on it, One Life? What's your thoughts on this play, One Life? Let's hear what you got to say about it. Trying to blow this chart up so we can keep an eye on this little area. Let's see, ISIG. Yeah, ISIG just started popping this triangle, so that is a possible play there. I'm gonna grab $10 of it or 10 shares of it at 20 bucks, and let's see if that thing starts popping too. Starting to push back to 16 right now on SOPA. Hey, Sicilian, even if you fall short and you don't even quite hit 25K, any progress is better than no progress. Most people don't even want to get out of bed in the morning. Nonetheless, have a nice lofty goal for the year. You know, like one thing I hate is New Year's resolutions, because it's just all nonsense. It's just all nonsense. Why do you need a new year? And I'm not targeting you, Sicilian. Don't think I am. I'm just talking about in general, like the weight loss goals and things like that. Like if you need to lose weight, don't wait till the end of the year. Any time to start losing weight is a good idea. Why do you need that time? Why do you need it to be New Year's for that? You know, it's like Yes. Yes, you do, Sicilian. Breakouts, buying breakouts can work, but we've not been in that hot market that we were in where buying the breakouts were working. The market's been too volatile, and there's no predictability on what the heck, especially this week, on what the hell is going to rip. That's why I'm being so cautious on SOPA. Because we've seen multiple plays the last 2 weeks that'll look good to start the day off like this, and then they just dump. But so far, SOPA trying to hold here, getting back over 16, starting to curl up. So we curl up to 1650. This would be a nice U-shaped pattern. It's just taking this thing longer than expected, but the 10-day is still slowly catching up. That 10-day catches up. That's a good sign too. We'll have that as support below us, but I wanted to catch up to 1550 here soon. Which, if we could just get a little pop back up to like 1630, that would probably pull that 10-day up some. Another rejection at 16. ISIGs continuing to pop up out of that triangle. High of days 2145, so break at 2150, and that could keep running. Now, we could see if ISIG really starts taking off, that could take a lot of the tension off of SOPA. Trade penny stocks are like doing option lotto plays on Friday. Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, the ones under $5 are definitely more gambly as far as penny stocks go. Technically, SOPA's not a penny stock. It's over $10 and been over $10 for a while now. But you can still consider it a penny stock. And coming back down to this. Oh, man, what a hard dump there. But look, ISIG starting to rip. Right as soon as it started ripping, SOPA started dumping. That's what I was concerned about. You dirty little SOPA. We did just come down to that 10-day. So there's still a possibility that it could hold there, but I'm not going to risk too much more on this. Especially now with ISG. Look at that. ISG all the way up to 22. If I had more than 10 shares, I probably would have went. But all I had was 10, so I'm dealing with that 10. But still, this thing's looking good. There's a break of 22. That thing's still running. SOPA is getting bought off of that 10-day. So I'm still going to hold that for a second. 2250, new high a day. And this is still testing at 20. I'm going to let that 10 shares ride for a second. But perfect triangle breakout. Beautiful. But basically what we saw there is buyers are trying to hold this up, and then all of a sudden ISIG popped, and they're like, oh, let's get out of SOPA and go run in here and try to push up ISIG. That's what I'm talking about, the predictability. A little sketchy at the moment. I mean, even when this dropped down to 1471, I still wasn't down that much. So if it can hold 15, I'm going to still hold SOPA because that 10-day is at 15. So just may take it some longer to consolidate today, but we'll see. Let's see. It's it could sell off from here. Could be done. I just don't think it is yet. ISIG still trying to test that 22 area. But if anybody caught ISIG, nice job on the break of that triangle. Great advice, One Life. Great advice. Or whatever you want to call that. What are you talking about, One Life? How unhelpful is that? All One Life is talking about picking a few of the same stocks and trading. It's just like when I was trading BFRI for that last week. You just want to find, if you're going to be trading a stock all the time, you probably want it on an uptrend on the higher time frames. Like the same thing we talk about day trading. Same thing applies to swing trading or anything else. You just want to see a nice uptrend. Let me think. What was one? SIG coming back down a little bit. SIG is the top gainer. SOPA, you gonna give up on me here? Let's look back at that 15-minute. There's some strong support. Right in this area is actually quite a bit. 1460, 1450. Okay, so this is actually good. SOPA is actually a good example. So basically on this 1 hour, if you were to trade this since last week, you say you saw the initial rip. You just wait till it comes back down to some support. It came back down to the 10-day there, ended up holding, making a nice pop in pre-market. You would have wanted to wait until you get this little entry here. You got these two EMAs right there that held up as some support, and $10, $9.75, all strong resistance. So you could have traded it on that Wednesday as well. Got a nice pop. You see this thing move sideways. And you could have got a nice pop off of the 10-day there in pre-market. Then you wait for this thing to continue to have a sell-off. And then we kind of stopped right there at $12.53, $13 as far as resistance. And then it held up 13 as support. So once you saw 13 as hold as support, you could have got it down at this bottom and got that rip there. So the idea of trading the same stock over and over again, or a few stocks, can work, but you're gonna need a constant volume and constant uptrend. But here's the thing, it's the last week of the year. So this year is not, like I said, this is not a predictable week. This week is a short week. We only have till Thursday. And not only that, a lot of people are going to be selling positions because of tax purposes. People are just on edge as it is because of all the market volatility and everything going on. ISIG breaking back over 22, got to pop up to 22.75. So it is trying to get bought off of the support. So even where I got in at on this, even though I got in off of that support a little higher, I'm still right, in a decent area. I'm risking about $25 or so if this thing does not hold the support line here. I would say the one thing, Sicilian, that you need to do is just focus on being consistent on whatever you're doing. Like if it looks like you're gonna have a red day, cut the loss quick. Need to pay a little bit of attention to SOPA. But if you're gonna have a red day, cut the loss quick, have a small red day, and then come back, the next day. Don't bag hold or anything like that, because if like me holding these plays that I've been holding for as long as I have, we've seen some of them not work out. And last week I took some big losses because I didn't even cut those when I should have cut them. This one I'm very close to cutting if it can't hold up this area. So ISIG getting a little rejection there at 23. Does have a little indecision candle followed by a bearish candle, so it may have to pull back a little bit more. Okay, SOPA's trying to get back over 15. Let's see if it can get back over 15 here. If it holds up here, we're just in a channel. So we could easily see it pop back up to 1650 later if it can hold. But definitely, like, you definitely need to focus on emotions. You definitely are letting emotions get the best of you, especially on your red days. Could you guys hear me talking? Come on, man. Think you swim? What are you doing to me? You couldn't hear me talking? Okay. My bad. So what I was saying, uh you see you guys nobody cared that I wasn't talking. Everybody's just like, oh whatever. He's looking at the charts. Who cares what he's saying? It doesn't matter. All right, wonderful. So anyway, what I was saying is I agree with Orlando that Sicilian. I think your main issues lie with emotions, which it's one of the things that I still struggle with. Even after 7 years, ISG making another little consolidation, little tiny baby triangle, but looking good there. Because emotions are your worst enemy in the stock market. They're your worst enemy, and not even just stock market. Any assets can be. Any assets, your emotions will be your worst enemy. So I'm actually putting out a video hopefully today. It's already recorded. I just got to put the final touches on it. And it talks about trading psychology and the things that you can, try to do to offset the emotions. And mainly, the first thing is understand psychology in general. And this is a life lesson. And I say this in the video. Like, psychology is going to help you big time in the stock market, but just in general in life, psychology will help you. As entrepreneurs, and we understand that there's a broken system, well, because there's two sides of that broken system, a lot of the other side happen to be sheep. So when you're psychologically able to, man, this is such fine line of morality and ethics debates, but if you follow the laws of natural supply and demand and survival of the fittest, it is to your advantage to use psychology, make psychological profiles of people to be able to manipulate. And when I say manipulate, I don't mean do something weird or something evil. I just mean manipulate as in make more money however you got to do it, or whatever you're trying to do. It's either you or them. It's survival of the fittest out here. I really don't care what anybody has to say about it, because it still is survival of the fittest. There's laws, there's rights, constitutional rights, all this other stuff, but murder happens every day. Okay? You can get killed out here. You can be in a normal neighborhood and you can get killed. So nothing has changed with survival of the fittest. So learn psychology and it'll help you as an entrepreneur. Like, if you go to buy a car and you can psychologically manipulate the salesperson into giving you a good deal, you're not hurting the salesperson by doing that. You're just using your psychology, your understanding of it, to get a better deal. So I do a lot of psychological fishing. That's what I say when I go to gold and silver shops, little coin shops. looking for those assets, I will throw things out there. Like, I'll mess with them. I'll be like, hey, do you take Bitcoin or crypto for gold and silver, just to see where their head's at on cryptocurrencies? And sometimes, sometimes they'll be like, oh, absolutely not. Sometimes, you get somebody be like, I was thinking about maybe taking some cryptocurrencies. And you might be able to, might be able to get ahead. But psychology is going to be a very big help. And in that video, I'll explain more in detail why it's important in the stock market, because there's two sides of it. There's a psychological profile of all the traders, the retail traders, the institutions, whoever is pulling those triggers. They are going to have psychological profiles that you need to understand why the stock prices are moving. And then there's the side of your own inner psychology, where you have to mentally overcome any psychological obstacles. Now, there's things that can keep you from your own psychological obstacles, like using a stop loss, like using an actual physical tight stop loss. Don't move it. Don't do anything like that. Once you get in a play, put that stop loss in where it needs to be, and then let the thing ride. Lock it out when you've got some profit, or if it's still running up, let it do its thing. ISIG breaking up over 23, up to 23.40, looking pretty good there. SOPA still holding 15. Lauren, you're emotionless and soulless when it comes to losing money. If you assume that you always lose, you will be happily surprised. Yeah, that's something you guys can learn from HH. That's something where he does not like to lose any money whatsoever. So if you haven't watched his live streams or any of that, go check out him live stream trading. Sometimes he makes some mistakes. We're all imperfect. I make mistakes all the time. Like, if this is starting to look like this is probably going to be a mistake to hold this as long as I did, as we are starting to kind of doji out here right on that. Well, we'll see. This may or not end up being a mistake. I don't know yet. It's still hard to tell. But anyway, HH Trader is really good at that. Yeah, tighter than the butthole, exactly. Orlando said goodbye air for GLBE. If I'm going long and it starts to crack, you're going short, survival of the fittest. Yeah. Now here's the thing. When I talk about survival of the fittest, I'm not trying to pit all of us against each other necessarily, because we are a community. We're actually stronger in numbers. So when you think about animals in nature and survival of the fittest and psychology, the pack numbers, the pack animals are stronger most of the time. So, but even with our Framework Fortune whole community, we're still not a huge group. To be a huge group, we need more people, which eventually will get there. But, there's chat rooms out there like Ross Cameron's and things like that, where they've got hundreds of thousands of people in there, and they can just push a stock up, and it's just, whatever. So just because the survival of the fittest doesn't necessarily mean we have to all turn our backs on each other and stab each other in the backs. You can have family, you can have community, you can have friends. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is, on the base level of
just human society and human life, nothing has changed. You either survive long enough to do something that you like and make money, or you don't survive. So it's just like a great example of human stupidity and survival of the fittest is we continue to build houses in hurricane zones and tornado alleys. Well, that's a perfect example of the survival of the fittest. If you build your house in the middle of Tornado Alley and then you get killed by a tornado, nature's going to do what it's supposed to. So it may sound harsh, but that's just the reality of what we live in. We live in survival of the fittest, no matter how comfy your pajamas are or your comfy love sack couch or any of that. Like some of us may be comfier, but what's to stop somebody from coming through in the middle of the night, breaking in your house and stealing all your shit because they're hungry, right? It's still survival of the fittest. Nothing has changed at all. Just the comfiness of things. Ain't nothing changed but the windows. So when you realize that, and then you can use psychology to your advantage in life in general, and then you're able to apply it in the stock market, that can help out tremendously. Because all we're doing is trading people. Like I've said many, many times, these green candles, these orange candles, or red candles, these volume bars, this level 2, this time and sells, all of this is just measurements of the price movements. And who are moving the prices? People. So it's just measurements of people and their reactions. That's all it really is. So when you can understand the herd mentality of a bunch of people, which is something Daniel B preaches on a lot, he just happens to think anything that moves is herd mentality. But yeah. As far as you, Cecilian, though, I think your biggest issues, like I said, is on the self-psychological side. You need to understand how your own brain works so you can understand how to control your emotions. Because, like I said, there's things you can do like stop losses, making sure you got your trading plan, all of that. But you still got to stick to that trading plan. And if you mentally flip off of your trading plan, which I do all the time, it usually costs you money. So, but still, everybody is different. Everybody is their own human being. So their brain is going to work different. You're going to have different risk tolerance than I am, and different risk tolerance than HH, or different risk tolerance than Lauren or One Life. Like, everybody's their own trader, and that's why you have to focus and research on becoming your own trader. Orlando did fantastic at this, coming in as young as he is and understanding and listening and learning and researching everything he could. And he started day trading with the live streams, but he don't like it. So now he's swing trading. Gives him more time to do what he wants to do, but he has his own scanners he's set up. I mean, this is all in a year that Orlando's done that. Orlando has mentally pushed ahead no matter what and become his own trader and understands the psychology. Let's see. What's up, David? David Davis? You think SOPA's going to 1430, Daniel Blee? Or One Life? It might. It's still trying to hold up here, but it is starting to look sketchy. No, I haven't sold ISIG yet because it's still above 22. I'm not worried about it at the moment. It's only 10 shares, so if that thing runs to 25, I'd be happy with that. Let me see. I just need to look at it. Yeah, I mean at this point, where are we at? 22? So there's some support at 22 and 22.15 it looks like. So that little triangle didn't quite break out yet. Let me... There we go. Just had to extend the triangle. Wasn't quite right. But nice little flag there. Could lead to another pop-up. What's the SPY doing? SPY still going sideways. That's ugly. If the SPY closes sideways up here today like this, I mean, we just had, what is that, 6 days in a row of green straight up to a new high. When was the last time we pushed for a high like that? It was this candle right here, and when we did push for that high a day, we had another sell-off back down to 450. So... It is above 475. If it can hold above 475, then we could see the SPY continue to push up. But God, that is ugly. Thing is, it made a double bottom though, so it's fine. Yeah, I don't know, the SPY this year. I really want to see how we end the year. Let's see, how many days do we have left in the stock market for this year? Today is the 28th, so we've got 2 more days to the 30th. So next week on Monday, we should start to see an idea of where January might go. But I expect next Monday to be a pretty hot day since it's the first day of the year. What is multi-turbine? Alright, well I believe at this point I am just going to hold these plays at the moment. Because ISIG still looks fine. I'm just going to move that uptrend. Okay, where are we at here on the 1 hour? 10 day is at 1436. Let's go into the 4 hour. So right there, the 10 days at 1450, which is where we came down to. And that's that strong support area. So 1450 is really, really strong. Although we are getting an ugly little pattern here. So there's this little wedge it's got to break up out of if it is going to make that bounce back to the top of the channel. If not, it could crack, but there's just so much support here. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, ISIG still doing its thing. Let's see. Daniel B has his own trading group he's been teaching. God, I feel sorry for those students. It's gonna be rough. Just gonna tell you to read books. Just read books until you figure it out. David Davis talking about Prague. We'll take a look at it here in just a second. All right. Yeah, I see SOPA poking up right there already. So we'll see. I will let you guys know how these trades turn out, same way I did last night on frameworkfortune.com. If you haven't joined yet, what's wrong with you? It's free. Come on, man. Oh, by the way, Lauren shared a video with me yesterday, which is by far probably the funniest video I've seen. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I don't care what political whatever you are or any of that nonsense. Somebody called in Joe Biden and Jill Biden during their live Christmas special where they were talking to people. Went through a whole 3-minute conversation with them, a nice conversation. And then at the end of it, the guy that Biden and Jill's talking to goes, yep, you guys have a Merry Christmas. And they're like, you have a Merry Christmas too. And he's like, let's go, Brandon. And Biden says, yeah, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hilarious. Hilarious. to hear the to hear him say that he agrees with "Let's Go Brandon" on that video was the most. It was gold. Like, I laughed so hard. It's just like, wow. Like, man, it's almost sad. Like, this dude's so delusional. He don't even know what's going on. We are testing this strong support very hard right now. It really needs to hold here. Let's see if buyers push it back up a little bit. Because while I was laughing at that, I didn't realize this thing was dropping that much, but that's okay. Yeah, ISIG trying to hold up there. There you go. You hate free things? Free things? I'm sorry, Sicilian man. You may charge you for the website. I'll charge just you. If I would get you on there. GD, he did not understand that. I mean, what statements does he understand? Just asking, just because I haven't seen him comprehend anything. But, I mean, that is hilarious, though. Like, when you don't get when the joke is about you and you don't get it's about you and then you agree with the joke, like, come on. That's pure comedy. That is pure comedy. Oh, everything's starting to have a little pullback here across. What's going on here? Oh, SPY's having the... SPY's in this nasty wedge. But yeah, I think Lauren did post that video in the general discussion. But man, just the comedy of it's great. like I said, even if you have nothing to do with politics, if you know the whole thing behind Let's Go Brandon, and then you see that video, man, it's just it could have been anybody. That's what I'm saying. I don't care what political affiliation you are. If that would have happened to Trump or happened to Bill Clinton or anybody, it still would have been hilarious. Like, it's just funny. Doesn't matter who it is. But anyway, I wasn't trying to start any political stuff in here. I was just saying, if you haven't seen that, SOPA's a big head and shoulders pattern on this 5 minute. I see what's going on here. We are probably about to crack head, shoulder. I'm going to go ahead and remove this so you guys can see this pretty clear. You can see that downtrend there where it's cracking out of there. But head, shoulder, shoulder. We did have somewhat of an arm down, but it could continue the rest of the way down like that 1325. On the 4 hour though, we've got support at, we got pretty strong support at 13, but no way I'm going to hold it down that low. That's too crazy. But anyway, if you haven't joined the website, go join the website. I will let you guys know how these trades turn out. We will be okay, just see it. So don't know if you haven't joined the website yet. One Life is on the website, so you can continue that conversation and ask him questions there. I'm sure he'll be happy to oblige you. If he's not, then we'll just have to get him happy to oblige you. And also, there's other traders on frameworkfortune.com as well that can answer questions and things like that besides me, so you can get different perspectives. Because like I say, every trader is different. So what I do may not work for you whatsoever. What I do may not work for me whatsoever. But that's why it's good to get different perspectives from multiple experienced traders as a new trader. So that's just one value that the site has. I will be back later today live streaming at, let me see. Well, I have multiple live streams today. So if I could stay and live stream all on this one, I still wouldn't, because it's lunchtime and I'm hungry, just to be honest with you. But if I could not eat, if I didn't eat or anything like that, I would hang out with you guys some more. But you can always join me on these other live streams on the crypto channel. I've got everything scheduled now. So let's see here. So let's go over the schedule for everybody, since we have a lot of people in here on Framework Fortune home channel here. Oh yeah, I will I ain't holding SOPA much more. Like, I'm just trying to see if it's gonna hold this support line. Like, it's still dropping at the moment, but it's slowly dropping. It keeps pulling back towards those support lines. If it drops anymore, I ain't gonna, I'm not gonna hold it. But I'm just looking. I don't know. This week is just a week of craziness. But anyway, let me show you guys the streaming schedule. And I need to check Prague. Where did that streaming schedule go, though? Just lost it. Where'd you go? Are you over here? Yeah, here we go. Well, that's not going to help either. I'm being stupid. Come here. All right. So, Monday through Fridays, we're here on Framework Fortune doing the live stock trading 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. I know I've been late the last few times around 9:30. I'm going to get back to 9 a.m. on that though. That's Monday through Fridays, and then we have Monday through Fridays 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central, and actually that should be Saturdays. Let me change that real quick. Yeah, so Monday through Saturdays, daily crypto updates 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays 1:30 p.m., 3:30 p.m. For Gods Unchained live gameplay. And of course, Saturday 11 a.m. to about 2 or 3, 4 p.m. we do the weekend event for Gods Unchained, earning those NFTs. Sweet, sweet NFT money. And then, of course, the God Weekend ranked event. We do that on Saturdays. That's what I think I just said. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Saturday, 11 a.m., 2 p.m. live God's Weekend event. So that's pretty much the schedule for now. There will be videos coming out all throughout the week. Yes, any times that I say are in Central. Yeah, Matic has definitely popped up. But let's take a look at Prague here before I go. And we will post the live streaming schedules on the website and anywhere else we can. I better stop. I keep not paying attention to this thing. It keeps just dumping on me. Not able to hold any support lines whatsoever. Even that strong support cracked right through. So I'm about to just cut this. I've lost too much on this. Because now it's below that strong support line. That's actually going to be strong resistance. What a wild move. Going up on that trend line and going straight back down. No green on the 15-minute. No red on the way up. No green on the way down. The SPY looks like it may start coming down. Okay, PROG. No PR today. Looks like they had some PR on the 20th. They exited from the laboratory business with sale of affiliate lab. So I don't know what exactly they're doing. This daily chart is god awful. This thing has been downtrending all year. Still not even quite to the low of year yet either. The low of year was 60 cents. We got the 200 above it, the 50-day above it, and the 10-day above it. And the 10-day is pointing down, so it's just going to continue to sell off until it can break back above that 10-day moving average. But this thing is super, super bearish. I'm not sure what you're looking for on it. If you're looking at it as a day trade, I would probably not. If you're looking for a swing trade, I don't know. I don't like this at all. About choked to death there. Looking for a day trade. I mean, if it can hold up $2 as support, maybe it can get a bounce, but the highest range it's had is from 2 to 220. So more than likely you're not going to see a pop bigger than 20 cents on this. if it even does pop. Like I said, it's super bearish and downtrending, so I don't like it at all personally. I don't know why. I don't know why you're trading this, to be honest. ISIG has pulled back almost down to 20. We still got this little bit of a uptrend going on there. I mean, if I look at the 5 minute, yeah, the 5 minutes not any prettier. I mean, if you caught this rip this morning, this 20-cent rip, you could have definitely made some money, but I mean, I'm not seeing any reason at all why you would want to be in it now. Unless you just, like I said, the only thing I can see is if you're just looking for it to bounce off $2 again, and even then, you're not going to get much. Oh, you're going, yeah, but you're going 5,000 in on this. That's a heavy amount of shares. And you go 5,000 shares, it moves 10 cents. Yeah, you can make $500. But if it moves 10 cents to the downside, you can lose $500. And it is starting to get a little bounce off of $2. Yeah, I mean, if you're going that many shares or that much capital, you don't need but a few cents to make a decent amount of money. Okay, looks like ISIG is going to hold above 20 there. SOPA, what you doing here, bud? SOPA came all the way down. See, we're on the bottom. Let's see. Look here. Let's look real quick. And we're still holding above the 10-day moving average on the 4-hour. 15-day one. Got the 10. Actually, we got the 10-day and the 50-day right there on the 1-hour chart. We'll see. Like I said, we'll see how this turns out. It's a little bounce. You got 4 or 5 cents so far off of it. If you did buy it at that $2 area. All right. I gotta get going though, guys. I gotta go get some food in me before I starve to death. ISIG is trying to push back over 21. Like I said, I'll let you guys know how this goes on the website at some point today when I lock this stuff out. But I will be over on the crypto channel for most of the day, second half of the day. So if you want to come hang out, come see me play some guys and chain, go over some chart patterns in the crypto world, come join me there. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time. Orlando, there is a live chat, man. If you got... hold on. Before I go, let me show you guys this. We have a live chat on the website. So if you go to the website... Or do we take it off? Or we took it off? At least for now. So we did have a live chat on there. Let me see if I can add it back. But nobody was using it, so I just disconnected it for the moment. Give me a second here, guys, and I'll get this live chat. That live chat. Where is that live chat at? Alright, I'm going to have to, it's going to take me a minute on the back end to remember where it's at because there's so much on the back end of this website. It's ridiculous. But I know some people have mentioned a Discord before. They'd be interested in a Discord. I tell you what, if you guys want a Discord, well, I don't know. It's like redundant. It's redundant to have the website and have a Discord, kind of. I don't know. Let me talk to HH Trader. See what he's thinking about that, because we've been talking about that. We've been throwing it around. Having a Discord for the Framework Fortune community as well. You guys are the community. I'll tell you what. We get after this is over with, if we get 10 comments, there's 13 people watching. We had up to 20 at some point. If you want to see a Framework Fortune Discord, if that's what you guys want, 10 comments on this live stream after I end it. Say, we want Discord. Alright? We get 10 comments. We'll just do it. We won't even think about it. We'll just make it happen. So it's up to you guys what happens with that. But in the meantime, I will work on getting that other live stream button. Not live stream, but live chat button on the website. And if I get that on there, then maybe we can compare them and see. But, we'll work it out. We'll get it all figured out before the beginning of 2022. But that's what we're doing, is continuing to grow. So, appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time. Remember, 10 comments. Not in the live